goodness, I hope you just didn't see my bum there. It's Louise. You up there? Good. It is 300 degrees where I live right now, and I'm wearing the smallest dress in the world. And I have my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful snake on top of my head right now. She wanted to come out. Okay. You wanted to come out and say hello to everybody. Whew, it's a little hot. Just a wee bit. Whew. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, sweetheart. What do we do? Should we do the dice first? Eh? We're going to do a little short message because she can't stay out for long. Okay, because you just won't stay out for long. We have Pluto energy with Scorpio. Don't fall, sweetie. And the 6th house. That's double Scorpio. Double Scorpio with Virgo. Ooh. How we work with others, how we take care of ourselves with our work and our routine. Ooh, maybe someone's work routine is going to change. What are you doing up there? This is going to be possibly a financial reading. I feel you on my shoulder, little one. All right, give me the 6th house. Okay, strength, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. What do you think, sweetie? What do you think? Hey, what do you think? Maybe it kind of feels like possibly, whoop, there goes your bum. There goes your bum. You silly girl. I feel like possibly, maybe you weren't strong enough to be able to financially be, in control of your money. Because like with strength in reverse makes me feel like with the 6th house and taking care of yourself, it seems like you've had to have a third party being in control of something. And maybe now the Pluto energy of Scorpio is going to change that. High Priest in reverse on the bottom of the deck with the 10 of Wands. It's like you're moving on. Like Pluto energy is going to move you on. It's going to get you going in a different direction. It's like you don't have to learn from this High Priestess anymore or this High Priest anymore. I can't shuffle with you locking me fingers. Ah! Yeah, I know. I'm super sticky, aren't I? I told you had to stay on my head if you were going to come out. And you're not on my head. You going to cut the deck for me? Ooh, 9 of Cups. I told you had to stay up here, sweetie pie. I don't want you in my fingers. 9 of Cups. It's like you finally get what you want out of this work, Finally, you're going to be independent. You're not going to have to wait for your paychecks. You're not going to have to wait for somebody to pay you out and everybody to take a cut. And right, it's going to be different. Something's going to change. 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups leads to the 10 of Cups. Everything that you want. There's the Queen of Cups. All of a sudden, all this love comes out. All this emotion comes out. Because maybe you finally realize that, like, you have to really, love yourself in order to make good decisions, right? Like, if you love yourself, you're going to make sure that you take care of your money, that you have enough for groceries every week. You're going to, you're so pushy, financially independent with yourself again. That's huge. Like, that's walking to like a whole different ball game. Especially if you've never been in control of your finances before. There's the Star and the King of Cups underneath. My goodness, the water. So much water. And I mean, it is Scorpio energy. So Scorpio, there's a lot of water here. With some grounding. I mean, that's the pull. That's the putting your feet in the ground and finally making a decision, to do something for yourself. It's only been 8 minutes. You haven't made it that long. I feel like you're just antsy pantsy. Hey, you got ants in your pants? Hey, you got ants in your pants? Can you stay up there for a minute? It's so hot having you in my fingers. It's too hot. You're too hot. Mom's too hot. Knight of Pentacles. Like, this is something that has taken a long time. Like, this isn't something that just happened overnight and you were like, you know what? I deserve to make my own money, blah, blah, blah. This is something that, I mean, the universe knew that you really had to take your time with this. Because money is, there's a lot of responsibility when it comes to financials. And maybe, honestly, I feel like the universe kind of saved you. Especially if they kept you in, a smaller boat, when you technically, karmically wise, you could have possibly been, in a yacht, and they were like, you are not ready for a fucking yacht. Like, we got to keep you in this fucking dinghy boat because you get this yacht, you're going to fuck it up and you might not get another chance. Right? So it's almost like they knew you were going to fuck something up, so you couldn't get it. Or it's a matter of, like, I do feel like your strength was low. Your strength was low. Hey, what do you think? Hey, what do you think? And that Pluto energy, woo-wee. That's not like the fastest energy, but Pluto's doing her thing right now. She's making some moves that she hasn't done for a long fucking time. So it makes sense that she would join collective with this, because she's going to go on your team when she knows that you're ready to play in the big leagues. And not fucking lose everything, like, because sometimes when you lose everything, it's 10 times harder to get it back than what it was to begin with, because you don't realize how much energy it takes to build something. And then once it's gone, it's like, I can't just build that overnight. Are you kidding? I can't just make another one of those. Like, you fucking make another one of those. Like, that's almost impossible to do, right? Even to build a home business, that's almost impossible to do. And then to be asked to do it again or 2 or 3 times is, that's a lot of pressure. That can be a lot of pressure that gets put on people to do that. Yeah. King of Swords in reverse. Don't lie to yourself. Be logic, right? Be real with yourself. Could you, would you have been able to handle that? And I can probably guarantee you wouldn't have been able to. The Spirit says you wouldn't have been able to. And like, they're not out to fucking be the bad guy, right? But if you don't have the right people watching over you, then Spirit's going to be the right person that says, listen, you weren't ready. And like, we made a call, it's not like they kept money from you. They just maybe possibly didn't let you make as much as like what you could have, that's all it was. And to have that full independence, like, she just wants to roll right now. I'm going to put her back. I know you were such a good girl, but it's just mommy's getting hot. I'm getting so hot. Just too hot to have a sticky snake all over me. Okay, so honestly, I feel like this is a huge financial read for somebody. There's the King of Swords again, honestly, in reverse. So definitely something's in the air. There was huge, like, foul play here, big time, okay? And that's, I'm pretty sure, why there's so much death energy. And death energy is usually just to clean up cycles, get people out of positions, get new people in, old people out, new cycles turning. And that's like, death is supposed to do that. That's the only person really that can do that. That's the only energy that can do that, is death. Death is a natural part of everything. So whatever has to die, something comes back to life because of it. So take that or leave that. What are we at? 11, 12, 13, 26. Jeez Louise. Quick energy check-in. I'm not going to stay here for long because, geez Louise, is it ever hot up in here? But goddamn, I love my fucking job, so this is what I do. Okay, I'm going to do one more goddamn reading. Oh. And then I'm going to call it quits. Hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. Who's laughing at me? Someone's laughing at me. Is that spam? No. Anyways, okay, let's go. Next message. Last message. The only message. Woo-wee! Social media. Here we go. The invitation. Here we go. Girl interrupted. Delusional. Synchronicities. And the Mothman prophecies. Okay. So, basically what I'm getting here is there's going to be like some type of invitation coming. I heard in the mail. So literally that could be via your mail. You get an invitation in your mail. If you're like me and you can't receive mail, then, physically you might be getting this via some other way. Okay. Yeah, girl interrupted. Okay, so a girl interrupted. A girl interrupted. So I feel like whoever this is for, you have the gift. Okay. And people think you're delusional. Absolutely batshit fucking crazy. And to some people, that's like comforting. Because not to say that like quiet people are boring, but some people don't want the Brady family. Some people want the Beaver Cleaver family, you know, like because they were so different. There was 2 boys versus like 100 kids. That's 2 totally different, you know, households. Some people want it quiet. Some people want it crazy. And then some people like it back and forth. And some people like want it quiet all the time. Okay. I couldn't handle it being quiet all the time. I like it when it's quiet, but at the same time, I'm only 39. I'm not 100. I do like to live. You know, I like to be alive. I like to be alive. Oh my God, what is that from? I feel like that's from Vegas Vacation. Born to be alive. Oh my God, that song. Born to be alive. Wow. Okay. So, some people think you're delusional. Other people think you're incredible. That's the way of the world. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I think, let's see what this invitation is. Because like people, something might happen and like people are like, yeah, right, like that would ever happen. And you're like, okay, well it did, so like, what do you want me to say? I don't fucking know. Okay, there's dreams, 2 of Cups, and then a path that appears out of nowhere. So this is, someone's having dreams about you. Okay, or you're going to have a dream about this. And you might have a dream where like you sit and like have a date with somebody. And then it happens. And you're like, I swear to God, I had a date with somebody. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my sister has the gift. And I opened up my third eye slightly before my sister opened up hers. So I always call her like 15 seconds behind. Even though she's older by year-wise, I'm older third eye-wise. So I was like, I win in that department. So she's been like slowly following me, right? Especially, so when I started, I've always had dreams my whole life. I've had really bad dreams. Usually, like when I was a kid, I had really bad dreams. Dreams that I would actually wake up physically in, thinking that like something was happening. I was always dying. I don't know why. I would wake up and I'd be like pressed up against my wall, acting it out like it was in a fucking movie. And because my dreams were so real, because your dreams are like very real. I don't know if you know that, but your dreams are real. They try to like tell you stuff, okay? Because it's like, I don't know if it's a way that your ancestors can talk to you or like a way that you can talk to your soul. I don't really know how it is because I see tons of people in my dreams. So I've always had dreams. And when I became a server, okay, I started having server dreams. And anybody in the industry knows what server dreams are. You are literally having dreams where you're serving tables. And it is fucked because I've woken up in the middle of these dreams thinking I had tables. And it's like 3 a.m, 4 a.m. I'm like, Whitney, you haven't been to work for like 6 hours. Like, go to bed. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It was like my server dreams were intense for probably like the first 5 years I did serving. And then my dreams changed. The thing is, I still serve in my dreams. But I also do house cleaning in my dreams as jobs. I'm usually a bartender. This one time I was a bartender in my dreams and I handed out everybody pot brownies. I don't know why, but I was like, here, everybody. Like, that was going to be a great start to the shift. Oh my God. Like, my dreams are so fucked. Okay. So I had to teach my sister about dreams. Okay. So then when she started really having dreams, like, it's been a blessing being able to live with her because of so many things that happen to her that I can just answer the question right away because I'm like right here. So I'm like, oh, well, that's okay. Like, I've had those before. And she's like, what? So anyways, she had this dream about 4 months ago about somebody being in rehab. And she saw one of our friends the other day. She went and met up with one of our buddies. And like, we live in a very like kind of small town. Okay. Like population 90,000 or something like that. So these people in this town, they all kind of grew up together. And so we went and met this guy and who's friends with this dude that my sister saw in her dreams that she was actually quite close with. And she goes, you wouldn't believe, like, I fucking had a dream about him and he was in rehab. And he goes, he just got out. And my sister goes, what? She's like, he's been in rehab for like 6 weeks. He just got out on Monday. Literally, he did. He just got out this Monday that just passed. And she had a dream that he was in rehab like 3 months ago, I think. It was in the winter anyways, but this year. I want to say February, but that seems like even farther. But then now I want to say May. So maybe this was quicker than I thought. I don't know. I hate this person. So she doesn't talk to me about this person whenever she, things happen. So I don't think she really told me. But anyways, the guy that she went out and met with confirmed that he was, in fact, in rehab when she had the dream. So she went to rehab to wherever he was in the dream state and actually physically talked to him. And that was verified on Thursday. Okay, so yeah, that was verified last week. Sorry, this all happened last week. Last Monday, last Thursday, everything happened last week. Okay, so her dreams were 100% fucking bang on. 1,000% bang on. Okay, there was also somebody who I had in my dreams recently. There was a dream I had about him in the winter, and then there was a dream I had him about like 5 years ago. Both times after these dreams, I spoke to him. And like, that is I don't even know how it was physically possible because this person is basically untouchable in my world. But somehow I talked to him 2 different times right after my dreams. Okay. And these dreams were just meeting up with them. I'm not sure what happened with her dream and that guy, but with me, this dream and this guy, he literally in both dreams just handed me a package. I met up with them. One time he passed it to my driver. I had a driver. Okay, I was in this like black fucking sedan. And then the next one, I actually physically got out of the car and I met him down by the lake. There was like this lake house it was like a complex down by the lake, but in the ocean. I'm saying lake. This is oceanfront. This was like lake house. No, I'm saying lake house because I'm thinking I'm saying lighthouse. There was like a lighthouse there, and he lived there. And I met him outside these like high fences, and he was right there. Came both times, exactly where he needed to be in my dream to hand me something. Okay, and in real life he did the same thing. So again, I don't know how these dreams work. I don't know. I have no idea. If I knew, I would tell you, but I don't. All I know is that I've had dreams and dreams have happened in real life of exactly what was going on in 3D was what's happening in 5D. So I don't know if someone's going to have a dream about you and that opens up this whole new path for them because maybe they don't pay attention to their dreams. Maybe people don't, not everybody thinks that dreams are important. Not everybody thinks that dreams are anything. Some people don't understand their dreams, okay? And other people know exactly what their dreams are telling them or exactly what the dream is about. The message comes as you fucking live your life, okay? So I feel like somebody, and maybe the only reason, and like we got guilt trip on the bottom, so I don't know if you're going to take this invitation as a guilt trip. And then here we got plane. There's a plane landing. So I don't know if like something is definitely on its way to you. You might think it's a guilt trip, this invitation, and it's not. that's the interruption. You know, like a lot of us have schizophrenia, especially if we have the gift. We have our door open, and sometimes we can have interference in that door, and somebody could think that if you do something for them, it's going to be a guilt trip. Somehow they're going to be guilt tripped, but it's not. It's not a guilt trip. That's the interruption. That's what somebody wants you to believe in order to never get this. Was like, oh yeah, the only reason why you got the invitation was because you guilt tripped them. And it's like, yeah, that's what I did. I fucking guilt tripped. Okay, sometimes things just happen. Okay, and there is no guilt trip about it. It's either you fucking take whatever's coming in or whatever's going out, or you don't, right? Like, I don't know. There could be some type of offer. Somebody could come in. They could fly in. They could have like a private jet or something like that. They could fly in with an invitation for you or something like that. And people think you're delusional. Honestly, I would just say at this point in time, like, I wouldn't talk about very much stuff on social media. Like, I mean, social media is like hell in a phone, okay? People are so fucking nasty and mean and gross and rude, and I personally would not put my personal life on social media, especially before that life has fully, you know, rooted. Okay, like even my snakes, like when I got my snakes, honestly, I didn't put them online for like months and months, and then when I did put them online, I took all the videos down, all the pictures down, because I was like, that's not why I have my social media. Like, I have it for this, for my channel, for my tarot. That's the only reason why I have it. That's the only reason why I started it. And sometimes I get bored and I put boring shit up there because I'm bored, but then I'll take it down because I'm like, Jesus Christ, Whitney, what the fuck? Why'd you put that shit up? But, you know, it's, again, boredom caverns, all right? I get so bored sometimes, and that's just I'm okay with sometimes not having to do anything. Don't take my boredom as like I'm bitching about something, because I'm not. I'm just saying. Okay? But don't necessarily, I don't put up things unless, I mean, you can never fully know if something is going to plant and grow. Okay? You kind of have to take your risk with that. And there are plenty of people that put up their plans and then their plans, you know, don't work out. And then they have to explain to people. I don't like when people feel like they have to explain to people why they do what they did or why something happened. Sometimes I feel like you can just go unsaid with things. And if people want to ask their questions, they have every right to, but it doesn't mean you have to answer. Okay, so whatever this has to do with, like, people are going to want to know what you're doing. And they might guilt trip you. Okay? There's this song called, by this chick, named Blimes, and this song is off the album that she got signed by a record label in Japan, and so many people made fun of her for so long. She was out in San Francisco area. She's a rapper from San Francisco, and she got made fun of for fucking years. Like, I mean, and plus she's, you know, she's a lesbian. So that didn't help, you know, her getting made fun of all the time and shit. And all of a sudden she got this record label and she got this record deal, but they were like ghosts, right? Nobody knew what she was dealing with, but they knew she was going somewhere, but they didn't know where she was going, right? And then once she leaked out that she had ghosts over in Japan, it was like, well, we went on that. Of course you do. You didn't want it when there were no ghosts around, when fucking ghost town and like crickets, but now that you got some secret deal and everybody wants to know about it, of course they do, right? Because people, like, they're not really your friends, okay? Like, you got to know when people are your friends and when people are using you, okay? So that's why it's like there's a huge prediction that something's going to happen here, and it's going to line up with synchronicities. Like, synchronicities are going to happen, and you're going to get lined up with things, and you're going to know what this is that I'm talking about. Because there's a prediction here. It doesn't necessarily mean for sure that that's the way that it's going to go. And I 100% do not think that it is something that's going to hurt you. It's something that Spirit is trying to, I don't know, give you the heads up on, something like that. That there's a new, like, I keep looking at this path card. There's a new path. There's the Sun and Bagul. The Ghoul is my childhood trauma card. Like with the Sun, Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you speaking about childhood trauma is going to lead you down this new path. Fly on the wall, cemetery gates, dead end. Suppressed emotions. Well, the fly on the wall says something's ending. There's a dead end with something. And I feel like, you know that saying, when one door closes, another one opens? Well, this is one giant ass fucking door closing in order for this new path to come in. And again, like, I feel like somebody knew this was going to happen. Like somebody had some type of prediction. Or the prediction came in the dream. There's Satan. Something got taken away for life to happen. Wow. I don't know. This seems like somebody dies or something died. Do you just hear that little ding, ding, ding? Somebody died in order for this to happen. Or you've got like mad fucking ancestors on the other side that are communicating with you to let this happen. I don't know, maybe you're a very apprehensive person and you don't usually, make moves like this. I don't know. But somebody's kind of saying, like, I don't know, don't guilt trip yourself either. If you want to do something, do it. Like, I mean, the guilt trip shit is maybe you're getting outside guilt tripping. I don't know. But it's an interruption. The guilt trip is an interruption. It's not a reality. And if they guilt trip you enough, then you won't take the new path, It's almost like they'll make it about themselves. Like, you got to watch the people that are around you, watch the people you say things to, like, people are going to just talk their shit because they don't know what they're talking about. So they're going to make up stories and let them fucking make their stories up. Let them talk their shit, like, let them have some sense of reality or control over your life. If that's what makes them happy, who gives a fuck? I mean, it's all going to be lies anyways. So chronic. I was like, what are you making me look at? The synchronicities. Chronic is right in the middle. Chronic. Two sides. Garbage can. It's almost like what I'm kind of getting is, I mean, there are multiple sides to stories, not just two sides. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, at this point in time, whatever is happening for somebody, whatever they're moving into, honestly, it's like, who gives a shit what anybody fucking says? I mean, honestly, because it seems like some of your biggest haters are your biggest fans, and it really doesn't matter how, like, because they're going to make up shit no matter what. People are just going to talk. It's just talk. It's just chatter. It's just something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. This is you. You give people something to talk about. That's why it's like there's no need to, I don't know, brag about anything. Like, I mean, you can brag about your accomplishments all you want, but brag about your accomplishments like after you've done it. You know, like brag about the mountain after you climbed it, not I'm about to climb this mountain, you know, like do it after, you know, like just to avoid anybody saying you can't do it, right? It's like, I don't know, I feel like some people, they add the social media to it sometimes because they are doing a lot of things alone, right? And they don't want to be alone, so they film it as if there's somebody with them, right? But there isn't. They're still alone. So I don't know. I feel like just however way this makes sense, there are people that want to take things away. You know, like they want to see you get things and see you lose them. So why even tell anybody that you have it? You know, like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I mean, I like, again, it's I always kind of, I like the whole pregnancy analogy because women are pregnant for 9 months. It gives them 9 months to prepare for their life to change forever. But during that pregnancy, they have a good, like, some women have like 5-6 months before people even notice. Okay. And it allows them, if they're modest and humble, allows them to keep that shit private for a long time so that nobody gets their hands on it. Nobody gets their hands on them. Nobody, you know, because I mean, women know, like, even up to 6 months, even up to 9 months, that fucking baby can be born as stillborn. Like, death is never guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. You know, nothing, right? So, I mean, you wouldn't tell somebody that you're pregnant right away. Well, let's not say everybody would do that, but let's just say, like, hypothetically speaking, you wouldn't tell somebody that you were pregnant right away. Therefore, why tell them about this? Just doesn't make sense. It's just another interference, you know, it's just a way for interference. And like, I feel like Collective has done their time with fucking interference. So why even let anybody interfere with it at this point in time? Fucking keep your mouth shut. Enjoy your life. You know, you don't have to take pictures and tell people about everything you do, because social media is fucking, it's deadly. It's deadly. Once it gets on there, you can't delete it. You know, it goes and it's up there and it's in that fucking cloud, and you never get your hands on the original copy again. So you have to be really careful what you put out there. Right? So if this resonates with you and you get this invitation, know that it's an invitation that you deserve. Like, you deserve this opportunity. So don't let anybody take it away from you. Because people are going to watch you, I feel like, soar into another life, and there's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. They can't touch you because it's already set. Once it's set, fucking do it. It's like taking the pictures and posting them after the wedding, after the, you know, do it after. Why do it during or before, you know, to prepare people? Bitch, all you got to do is prepare yourself. You don't need to prepare anybody else. Right? So, I don't know if this makes sense. You're definitely going to see some synchronicities. Synchronicities are signs. And signs let us know we're on the right path. Assumptions. Yeah, don't just assume that something is going to work out. because it could be set in stone. Because let me tell you, there is no Sharon Stone. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing. Okay. Oh my God. Look at, there's the signs card. Can't really see it because it's super dark, but there's a sign. See, I told you, you're going to see signs. Okay. And you're also, you know, with those signs, going to know that people are very they're very whorish and greedy, and they want information, okay? But just because they want it doesn't mean they're going to get it, okay? So, fuck people. I tell you, there is something coming in. Hot off the press, okay? Information, people, places, things. Someone's been running away from you, and they're going to crash hard because of that, okay? So, like I said, take it if it resonates. What are we at? 41:55? Jeez Louise. All right, I might just call it quits now. I'm hot as fuck. It is so goddamn hot in this house. So, thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another reading. I think we did 2 in that one. So I hope it resonates. And if it doesn't, wait for the next one. And if you want a personal reading, WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com is how you can get a hold of me. Peace out. Have a good day. Word to your mothers. Be safe. Love yas.